Ahí atrás, esta atrás.
Well, here we are. Now is the moment of the polishment. So we are nearly at the end, so 95% of this project. So, and as you know, we have also, when we paint, we have some dust. Even we have the cabin super clean, everything nailed, but when you paint, unfortunately, you have some spots of dust or imperfection that it may happen. So because we are not the best of the best. I mean, we try to do it every single thing in the appropriate way, but you know, at the end is a manual thing. So these are the things behind the screen that we also like to show that, well, it happens and you need to do that. You can do a full sand after this varnish and then bring the shine again. But as we had an amazing finish, we just want to have an amazing car, just removing these little dust spots. So as you can see, we have different places where we have been sanding, and now we proceed with the polishment. You will see how this product attacks into these surfaces. As you can see that it's no shine anymore, and we develop different processes with the different products. As you may know, the products have different sanding, let's say, microstones, and with these microstones what we are doing is scratching the paint, the varnish, but every step is having less and less micros of these little stones. What at the end what we have is a totally shiny surface. After that, obviously, as we do always, we will finish that with nanoceramic treatment, which gives also an amazing finish that we really like. This, how do we call that? Waterproof, yeah, waterproof process that, well, when you remove that, just a little bit of water and the water slides, that we really love that. Furthermore, what we're gonna do, as we said, we're gonna do PPF also in front, because as this car is coming from UK, it's gonna drive back to UK. So as the customer don't want to get this damage, we're gonna protect the front bonnet, the two sides and the front bumper with PPF. So at least we will have less stone chips and avoid this hard work that we have done here in this car. So yeah, let's continue and let's see how we will end that, because it's going to be amazing as always. Let's go. So today we have the seats already repaired. I just want to show you what we did. Instead of changing all the leather, as the leather was a little bit cracked but in good conditions, we did a full reconstruction of the leather with a leather treatment. Also to check all the holes going one by one, and after that making all the paint matching the same color, the black color of the original leather. So as you can see, and you saw how they were all totally cracked from here, also from here, and even here on top. At least you don't see a really finished product like brand new. But instead of changing and get rid of the old leather, we keep the original, making it cheaper, looking really nice once the car is going to be totally finished. So yeah, let's start fitting. Yeah, here in the garage we never stop with the phone. So yeah, let's start fitting the seats inside. So let's go. So here we are, one of the last steps for this Porsche 993. Really happy to say that we are also finishing that. So what we're gonna see during this chapter is how we finish polishing it, because actually it's nearly finished. We need to give a little bit of brightness in all the rest of the part, because in the front we have the PPF, because this one is going to be driving back to UK, which we are really proud of. But we were a little bit scared, so that's why we put this PPF. So after the work that we did in the body, removing all the rust, repairing all the front, so and the same, the front bonnet, that we remove all the 4 layers of paint to make it as brand new from factory. So yeah, continuing here, as I explained, we were removing some of the spots of dust that it's normal when you paint, that they go on top of the clear coat, and we remove it. You know that when you sand, you are scratching, so the brightness goes a little bit lower, and after that you need to polish, do some steps. So that's what's gonna happen after my speech. Furthermore, what we have, look at that. All these amount of parts that at the beginning were, and the customer will be seeing this video and will be laughing after, because at the beginning was, yeah, just some lights, because you can see that they are like that, and some other parts, and at the end, well, you know, when you really love your car, when you are into the project, and when you, let's say, and being humble, when you meet us and you see the transparency of the projects and how we go through, how I text you and I explain how is the status, at the end you start, you know, moving on the project. So rear exhaust change, so you can see all the rubbers, how the door the seals, how they were glued. Look at that. Even you could remove it and the rust was going it with the rubber. So totally, look at that, insane. And all of this was repaired here in Alcalá Technology. Same, do you remember the inside of the door? So the window was not going up and down. Why? Because there was no part that could hold the glass. So yeah, after that, changed the rubbers. Yeah, so as all the rubbers, they get old and at some point they get cracked, broken at some point. So yeah, we changed them, so the car is looking as really brand new. At the same point, when we were here, we explained to the customer, hey, some of the belts of the engine, they are a little bit cracked, so I'm really worried that if you go driving back to UK, you can get an issue, no? So at the end, what we did, we changed them. Same, so it's totally different, the car now. Another little detail, what about that? This is normally under the hood, anyone take care of that, but imagine, after a full restoration that you clean, you paint, you do everything brand new, you open the hood, you put you back, and then the hood hits you in the head, I mean, then you will think that I did not a good restoration. So that's why we always go through these little details, because they are needed. What else? Let's continue here. Well, this is from the exhaust, so you can see everything was rusted. Even we were missing the place where the bolt goes. So yeah, we had to create new ones as well. As you can see, how was it? Imagine how was in the car. So it was a full part altogether. So it was really tough to do, but yeah, now it's on and solved. Whereas other parts, same, you can see how cracked it was. So what we did, and you saw it in the video, we put more soundproofing in the floor, so it's already gone. Also, we changed the mats because with the time they get old and you cannot recover that. I mean, even you clean and you cannot do much more for them. So yeah, and well, all the rubbers and obviously everything original. So we go through everything original, every single bag, because until the last moment I keep all the bags, all the boxes, so you can see that everything, every single thing is original. So let's continue the car. I hope you enjoy this chapter. I think my speech went too long, but I'm really happy, and when I'm happy I really like to talk a lot and to explain what we did, because it's been a hard work in this one. At the beginning, I didn't think about that, and at the end it really was. So let's continue. Let's see how we finish the car, how we polish, how we clean, and let's see if we can record how we test it in the road and how it looks in the shiny sunshine. Let's continue.